Number 1. The Kingdom of Kush. While it might not be as renowned as its northern neighbor Egypt, the Kingdom of Kush was a formidable regional force in Africa for more than a millennium. This ancient Nubian empire flourished during the 2nd millennium BC, controlling extensive territories along the Nile River in present-day Sudan. Our knowledge of Kush largely comes from Egyptian records, which portray it as a thriving economic hub renowned for its trade in gold, ivory, incense, and iron. Kush maintained a complex relationship with Egypt, alternating between being a trading partner and a military adversary. Remarkably, it even conquered Egypt and established the 25th dynasty. The Kushites embraced many Egyptian traditions, adopting some of their gods, practicing mummification, and constructing distinctive pyramids. Today, the area around Meroe, the former capital of Kush, hosts the remnants of over 200 pyramids, which surpass the number found in Egypt. Number 2. The land of Punt. The ancient kingdom of Punt, often mentioned in Egyptian records starting around 2500 BC, remains one of Africa's most enigmatic civilizations. Described by the Egyptians as a land of the gods, Punt was celebrated for its abundance of ebony, gold, myrrh, and exotic wildlife, including apes and leopards. The Egyptians famously sent large caravans and naval expeditions to trade with Punt, particularly during Queen Hatshepsut's reign in the 15th century BC, yet the exact location of Punt was never disclosed in their records. Today, scholars vigorously debate its whereabouts. Suggestions include the Arabian Peninsula and the Levant, but many hypothesize it was situated along the Red Sea coast of East Africa. In 2010, researchers sought to pinpoint Punt's location more accurately by analyzing the mummified remains of a baboon that Punt's rulers had once gifted to the pharaohs. Their findings indicated that the baboon most closely resembled present-day species found in Ethiopia and Eritrea, although the precise site of the land of Punt remains elusive. Number 3. Carthage. Renowned primarily for its conflicts with ancient Rome during the Punic Wars, Carthage was a thriving commercial center in North Africa that prospered for over half a millennium. Originating as a Phoenician colony in the 8th or 9th century BC in present-day Tunisia, it evolved into a vast maritime empire, excelling in the trade of textiles, gold, silver, and copper. At the height of its power, the capital city of Carthage was home to nearly 500,000 people and featured a fortified harbor with docks for 220 ships. The empire's reach stretched from North Africa to Spain and across the Mediterranean. However, its ambitious expansion efforts eventually brought it into direct conflict with the rising Roman Republic. The epic rivalry culminated in the 3 Punic Wars, starting in 264 BC, with the final conflict in 146 BC leading to Carthage's comprehensive destruction. What remains of this once great city are the ruins scattered around Tunis today. Number 4. The Kingdom of Aksum. While the Roman Empire was reaching its zenith and eventual decline, the powerful Kingdom of Aksum was flourishing in what are now Eritrea and northern Ethiopia. The origins of Aksum remain largely mysterious, but by the 2nd and 3rd centuries AD, it had become a pivotal trading power. Its wealth, derived from gold and ivory, established Aksum as a crucial commercial hub connecting ancient Europe with the Far East. Aksum was also notable for its early use of the written script Ge'ez, one of Africa's first. The kingdom is renowned for its unique architectural achievements, including the construction of towering stone obelisks, some of which exceeded 100 feet in height. By the 4th century, Aksum was among the first empires to embrace Christianity, which forged a strategic political and military alliance with the Byzantine Empire. The kingdom's influence waned by the 7th or 8th century, Yet its spiritual heritage endures through the Ethiopian Orthodox Church, a lasting testament to its historical significance. Number 5. The Mali Empire. The Mali Empire was established in the 1200s after a leader named Sundiata Keita, often referred to as the Lion King, overthrew a Soso king and unified the people into a new state. Under Keita and his successors, the empire consolidated control over a vast area of West Africa and prospered through trade. Its principal cities, Djenné and Timbuktu, were famed for their intricate adobe mosques and centers of Islamic learning. Among these, the Sankore University in Timbuktu was notable for housing a library with approximately 700,000 manuscripts. By the 16th century, the Mali Empire had declined, but during its height, it was considered a crown jewel of Africa, celebrated globally for its opulence and wealth. A famous anecdote about the empire's affluence involves Mansa Musa, a ruler who, during his pilgrimage to Mecca in the 14th century, stopped in Egypt. Reports from that time claim that Musa spent so much gold there that he disrupted the local economy, significantly devaluing gold in Egyptian markets for years afterward. Number 6. The Songhai Empire. In terms of landmass, the Songhai Empire was one of the largest states in African history. Emerging in the 15th century from territories that once belonged to the Mali Empire, this West African behemoth spanned an area greater than Western Europe and included parts of what are today a dozen different countries. The empire thrived due to robust trade policies and an advanced administrative system that organized its extensive territories into several provinces, each governed independently. The empire reached its pinnacle in the early 16th century during the reign of King Muhammad Askia, a devout leader who expanded its borders, secured a strategic alliance with Egypt's Muslim caliph, and supported the creation of numerous Islamic educational institutions in Timbuktu. Despite its former glory as one of the world's most formidable powers, the Songhai Empire eventually fell in the late 1500s, weakened by civil war and internal discord, which made it vulnerable to conquest by the Sultan of Morocco. Number 7. The Great Zimbabwe. The Great Zimbabwe stands as one of sub-Saharan Africa's most striking architectural feats, featuring an intricate assembly of stacked boulders, stone towers, and walls crafted from precisely cut granite blocks. Long enveloped in myth, once believed to be the dwelling of the biblical Queen of Sheba, this stone complex is now recognized by historians as the capital of a flourishing indigenous empire that existed from the 13th to the 15th centuries. This empire controlled a vast area now comprising parts of modern-day Botswana, Zimbabwe, and Mozambique. It prospered through its livestock and abundant precious metals, benefiting significantly from its position on a trade route linking the regional gold mines to the Indian Ocean ports. The presence of artifacts such as Chinese porcelain, Arabian glass, and European fabrics within its ruins suggests it was a bustling hub of commerce. The city of Great Zimbabwe was mysteriously deserted in the 15th century as the empire declined. At its peak, it is estimated to have housed up to 20,000 inhabitants, making it a significant historical and cultural center in its time.